show you how to install Magento on the command line. So Magento is a shopping cart. It's very popular for enterprise level e-commerce stores. I've been using Magento basically since it came out, and in my work as a freelancer, I've also helped people with Magento. The funny thing is, I became a Magento expert way back, I think 2009-ish, around that time, when one of my customers, he actually paid me because he didn't want to pay for the manual. So back then, Magento was open source, but the manual was part of the with the closed source, so you had to pay a fee to get it. So, and the fees were ridiculous. So the customer actually saved by hiring me to we need to update his theme a little bit, and then after that do a major upgrade. I think it was like from 1.1 to 1.2 or 1.3, one of those way back in the day. So at that time I was still learning Linux, so I had to use Linux command tools to find where things were and functions and all that. So that's how I became a Magento expert. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is we're going to create a database, and then we also create obviously a folder after downloading Magento and install Magento. So Magento, at least back in the day, used to be very resource intensive. So you need a bunch of resources like RAM, space, of course, and obviously a speedy-ish type of server. But these days, obviously, because obviously it's been a long time, you can get away with running it locally without too much problems. And also, I'll show you how you can run it, at least for testing, without having the minimum amount of models to get it started. I'll show you how to do that today. Okay, so be sure to subscribe, like, follow, leave comments for more frequent content. And also every day I have a live stream. So you visit ojambo.com, you go to the watch menu, then the live sub menu. You can see the current and upcoming live streams. You see there's approximate date and time, and then what channel it's going to be on. All right, so obviously for Magento it's based on PHP, so you're going to need obviously PHP installed. You're going to need a server, so you can install it on Nginx or on Apache HTTP servers to deliver the web content over the internet. And obviously, if you, as I said before, you also need Apache. Now, one of the things that Magento requires, in quotes there, is it requires a search engine. So you can use Elasticsearch or OpenSearch. I'll put links here. You can go and download yourself. If you want, I can do a future tutorial where how to use them, at least for Magento. So for my particular needs locally, I'm going to disable the search just to make it a little bit easier. Also, it does require a database, obviously a MySQL or one of those derivatives of forks, for example, like MariaDB. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is obviously we're going to create a database user credentials, and then after that I'll show you how you can disable Elasticsearch or OpenSearch, and optionally you can also install some demo products, and that's it. So you can use your a graphic or a database administrator. For example, this screenshot here, you see I'm using phpMyAdmin. So basically you can use that to create the user and the database itself. I'm just going to do in a command line, and then obviously also you see this how the installation of Magento went along, and this is what we'll see, just a blank page, and then see the products here after I installed the sample product, and then this is what it actually looks like. It was the default theme. I think the default theme is called Luma. Okay, so Magento is open source. It uses the OSL 3.0 license, which is copyleft. That means that it has strict rules and requirements to ensure the software remains free and open source. The Magento modules And the theme itself, that's under a different license. That's academic free license. That's AFL version 3. And that's a permissive license. So if you want more information about this, you just consult the licenses for specific details. Elasticsearch, that's licensed under 3 licenses. There's a proprietary Elastic license. There's the proprietary server-side public license, and then there's open source GNU Affero general public license, AGPL. That one is copyleft. And then there's OpenSearch, which is licensed under the Apache version 3. That's permissive. PHPMyAdmin, that's licensed under GNU GPL version 2 license. That's copyleft. And then obviously Apache HTTP is licensed under the Apache, is permissive. Nginx itself is licensed under the too-close BSD-like, which is permissive. MySQL, the community server, is licensed under the GNU General Public License version 2. That's copyleft. MariaDB is also licensed under the GNU version 2. For the client libraries and C, Java, and OSB are licensed under the GNU Lesser General Public License version 2.10 or later. Those are all copyleft licenses. PHP is licensed under the PHP scripting language license, and that one is permissive license. Okay, so with all that out of the way, to get started, so the first thing you need is you need to download Magento. So I believe I have a link here to download and install Magento. I should have it here somewhere. Yeah, Magento here. So let's go there. I've installed Nginx and Apache either in container or locally, so I'm not going to go through that today. So here you see Magento. You go to the magento-opensource.com, and you can see here, get all the resources, extensions, themes, and all these things, and get Magento. So you click on that one, and then you see to tell you to get it from GitHub. So you simply go there. At GitHub, you see Magento 2. That's the one we're going to take today. So I click on that one. And then I want the latest version. As I'm going to this, the latest version is, at time of this recording, is 2.4.8. So you download this one, and that's what we're going to start with. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way. My system is still new, so that's why I have all this. That's why you see that there. So here we go. So I already downloaded Magento. Here it's 2.48, and you see here I also downloaded the sample data files. So that we go here. So what I'm going to do here now is I just need to unzip this. So because this takes a while, I'm going to do multiple things at the same time. So first of all, I'll open up a terminal here. Yeah, this is a new system. My other system crashed, so I need to I'm going to be doing some things here. Let's see, first thing I need to do is get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to unzip this file. It's just a zip file, 2.48. So that's simple enough. You can do in a command line to unzip. And you see what it will do. It will create a folder called Magento here, and it will put all the files in here. So while this is going on, that's great. What I'm going to do is, as I said, it's going to take the Magento has a lot of files. It's actually a pretty big thing. You will see, for example, if I right click on this, the properties, you see zipped up, it's already 80.1 megabytes. So, and the unzipped is going to be way bigger. So while that's running, we're going to create the database. I'm going to do it on the command line. Is it done? Looks like it's, yeah, it looks like it's finished. Okay, so it's finished. Now if I right click on this and go to properties, and you can see how many files it has. Look at that. it's 58 over 58,000 files, and the size, you see it went up. It was 80, now it's 268 megabytes. So, and it's actually going to get even bigger than that. Okay, so with that done, now let's go create our database. So I need to start the database first. So it's systemctl start httpt and system.ctl start MariaDB. So I'm going to put in my password here. Now, because you're wondering why I didn't enable them to start, because I don't always run the server. Or sometimes if I have to do some things, it's just easier to fix it and just push it to test site and live site remote ones instead. Okay, so now that that's started, now I'm going to go and create a database user and password. Okay, so this is simple enough. We'll create a database, create database called Magento, just because I'm lazy. Okay, and create a user. I also call it Magento as well. And localhost identified by pass. Okay, now we need to grant this user that we've created privileges to use the database. So we say privileges on Magento to Magento at localhost. Okay, and for some older databases, you always need to flash privileges. It doesn't do it for you, so we'll take care of that. Now we're done. So all these commands can also be run in a GUI such as PHP myadmin. Okay, so we're done. We'll create the database. So I can exit out of here. Now we can actually cd into this folder. Okay, now there's going to be a few problems here. I don't know what version of MariaDB. Oh yeah, it says right here. So I'm running 10.11. So I'll show you that's going to be a problem. And the other one is I don't know what PHP version I have here, honestly. See, I think it's, yeah, so I'm running, 8.4. I thought it was 8.3. Okay, so it's 8.4. So this might be a problem. So if we go back to the web browser and we look at the, you see here it says system requirements. So let's look at the system requirements. So the system requirements, it tells us that we're not doing the one on the cloud, we're doing the one on the premises. You see here for 2.48, that's the one we have, you need Composer 2.8, you need Open Search, so that's why we're going to disable this, Open Search. MariaDB, it says you need 11.4. Remember, mine is 10.11. So I'll fix that, and it says MySQL 8.4. We don't have that, we have MariaDB. PHP 8.4, so we're okay with that. And it says you need Redis. I think I don't have Redis installed. I hope to get away with that. I do have Apache 2.4. I'm not using Nginx. And okay, so there we go. So you can look at whatever version you have. Says 2.7. It has different requirements here. Now I have no idea why they don't support 10.11 for MariaDB. So we'll take care of that. So what we're going to do is you can do this, as I said, you can go in here and do it manually. I think actually now I'm going to do some GUI stuff. So what I'll do is I'll go into this folder. I'll go here to this app and then look for etc, this one here, and then there is di, this one here. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to open up in the text editor. Actually, is there something else I could do? Okay, open up in the text editor. I'm wondering if I can split the text editor. Ah, yes, I can. Perfect. Good. So I open up here. And now, if we go and look for something that specifically to do with the database. So if I'm just scrolling down, so I can't find anything here. So I'm just going to do a search for MariaDB. It's really hard because I'll just say Maria. There we go, MariaDB. So if you notice here, the only two versions of MariaDB that it supports are the 10.2 to 10.6 and 11.4. So it's very strict about which ones it supports. So I want it to support 10.11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this here where it says 10.6 to 10.11. And then I need to also make a modification here. You see it says only 2 to 6. So what I'm going to do is this is just regular expression. So change this to 9. Okay. Then all. We'll start another one. Say 10. All 11. So this would now support all versions from 10.2 to 10.11. Just here. This is how you do it. I don't know if I can zoom in here. Okay, I'm not sure how to zoom in with this text editor. Okay, so that's how you see it. So I'll save this file. So now this has been changed, saved. So I'll just leave this here because we're gonna look for another file, and that file is going to be in the lib folder. So we go to lib, we go to internal, we go to Magento, then we go to framework, we go to DB. So it's in the D's, DB, and then in the DB folder, we look for adapter, and then we look for the SQL version. So I'll put it out in a text editor as well. Then here, we're going to look for, we see MariaDB. See, these are the only MariaDB versions it's going to support. So basically 10.4, 10.6, 10.6.11 is the last one it's going to support. So what I've found is all the instructions on the internet were not very good. So, but one I found that actually does work is we're going to look for the SQL version. Output, this one here. You see where it says this SQL version resource. So we're going to comment this out, or copy. I'll just paste it. I'll just comment it out. So I'll just comment that out and basically replace it with a hard-coded one. So it'll be 10, whatever version you have, 11.11. Then we say MariaDB. Okay, then we save. Now we're done. So we can close this and close that. So we're done there. Now back on our command line, we're inside this folder. We need to make sure Composer is installed. I don't know if Composer is installed. This is a new version. Oh, I don't have Composer. So yes, I do want to install Composer. Okay, that's fine. It's for PHP. So make sure you have it installed. So that's great. Okay, so it's installed. So what we do is you type Composer require resolutions slash db override. Okay, so it says here that your requirements could not be resolved to an installable set. Root composer requires PHP extension. So there's some PHP extensions I do not have, so it wants SOAP. So I'm gonna go and install this one. So yeah, that's one of the problems with the BC Math. So let's go there. So sudo dnf install. Actually, let me see. Okay, that's fine. Oops. Sudo dnf install php bc math. I think it was math. Come on, math. And sodium. So okay, let me see if that one exists. Yeah, it does exist, so I'll install that one. Oh yeah, there's also so there's sodium. Let's see what else it asked for here. I think it was JSON. Okay, BC Math is there. Oh, it also requires SOAP, sodium. Okay, SOAP and sodium I think are the last ones. SOAP and sodium. Okay, so I'll install SOAP and sodium. Okay, and SOAP. My workstation crashed, so everything is like everything is new. I have to. Okay, so let's try this again. Hopefully, okay, which package is missing? Package is missing. Composer could not find any version. Not installable. Root composer requires. Okay, so maybe I spelled that wrong. Is it a double S? Or double E? Okay, so that's a problem. Override. So PHP version does not satisfy. Okay, so it requires PHP about 7.3. So it's okay. I'm gonna ignore that because my PHP version is. Oh, so it says right here. The override is fine because I already overrated. I'm hoping it will work. So that's one of the problems. Okay, that's fine. So I should be able now to go to composer install. This will install all the dependencies. So you can see here the open search and all that, but we're not going to set that up. Warning: the file lock is not up to date. You may be getting outdated composer update. That shouldn't be a problem because it's the first time I'm running this, so I think that should be okay. So as I said, this does take a little while, and this is actually the one that I think this is probably one of the fastest things that's going to happen here. Yeah, Magento is okay, so that's done. That's great, and you can see this laminas has been abandoned. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we're going to we're going to disable Elasticsearch and open search, and also install our we're going to install everything. So I'll just copy and paste this, and I'll explain this. Okay, so you see this, I want to disable Magento Elasticsearch 8, Elasticsearch, and OpenSearch, and this is going to be our base URL. This is going to be our base URL. It's in the pub folder, and the local host is the database host. The name is here, the username for the database and the username for the password. And then for the administrator, Magento user, my administrator email address is local, and the user and the password. And I'm just gonna leave the defaults and run that. So this is gonna take a while. So while this is running, I'm gonna show you how you can set up the if this was inside a GUI. So what we do, go here, and wherever you are, say localhost /php myadmin. Now, if I log in as root, if I log in as a root user, you will be able to create it. So I'm going to log in as a root user and show you some of the differences. Okay, so you simply go to user accounts, and then you can go to scroll down here. You can add a new user. So for example, if I see here, I could create Magento, the local host. You see, pick like local host, put in the password here, and then what you can do is you see here it says create database with the same user or grant. So that's how you can do it. And then after that, it will create the database for you. So I've already done this, and I can prove it to you. So if I log out of here and log in as, I think it was Magento, and spell that right? Yeah. So I see in this particular case, this is just the Magento user. He only has access to this database, and you see all this stuff has been created by the all of this has been created, and you see we were able to successfully. Oh no, we didn't successfully do this. So it stopped at 48 because of the memory. It says how much memory. It exhausted all the memory, so I need to up my memory here. That's not a problem. I think that's in PHP ini. You have to be sudo nano php ini. Oh, so it's /etc php.ini. Okay, so we're going to look for memory limit. Oh yeah, that's way too small. So I'm going to bump this up to about 2 gigs, 48. And I'm going to bump up, I think the other one is post upload and all those. So I'm going to look for post, I think it's max. Yeah, post max is 8. That's way too small. So I'm going to bump this up to about 1,000 gig as well. And I think the other one is upload, something to do with upload. Yeah, see, upload max size, that's way too small as well. So I'm going to bump this up actually to gig as well. This is just for my local one. I think that's good enough. And hopefully I can run this again without having to clear the database. Well, I guess I should have cleared the database. It would have been faster than doing this. Look how fast it went when the database was cleared. So yeah, hopefully it goes a little bit faster. Okay, so while this is running, it's basically repeating everything again because I needed to go to 884. You notice how it stopped halfway, and hopefully this will continue. So I'm going to, okay, yeah, good. Okay, it's gonna go. Wow. Okay, it's almost done. Wow, it finished. That's amazing. That was pretty fast. So because I gave it more memory, it's actually finished really, really quickly. So there we go. It also tells me where the admin URL is. So now, one of the things we might need to do, I think everything is fine. So what I would like to do is, actually, let's go check out this site. So you see, let's bring up the folder here first. You see the folder? If we go back to where are we here? The Magento folder. So you see, it created a whole bunch of stuff here. So let me actually go back here and I'll show you how big the file is, how big the folder is. You see, right now, remember where we left off last time? Look at this. Look how big it is now. See, now it's 490. That is amazing. Okay. So it's basically half a gig. So it basically puts everything in the pub folder, this one here. And if you forget your admin, so don't forget this. If you forget where your admin is, you can still get it in the config file, and the config file will tell you where. You just look for the config file, and it will tell you where your where the admin is if you forget it. So don't forget it here. So if we go to the pub folder, you see the pub folder, you have the cron here, and you have the static HTML, and you have all these things like the errors, media, and all this. So this is the folder that basically the index file is. So let's actually go and check this out. So I'm going to copy. I'll just leave this in. We're almost done in the command line. So if we go here, okay, let's go back here. So if we go, and this is the database. I don't know how many tables are here. So if we go to the core config data, I believe this is the one. Yes, core config data. This is how you can also get your admin. For example, this is how it says the web unsecure or secure URL. So grab this and just open up in a new tab, paste it there, and that's fine. I think it's advanced. Accept. And it says might have a temporary problem, it has moved. Okay, so figure out what the problem is. It's problem with the site. Okay, so there's slight flow problem with the site. We'll figure that out. So if I just go here without it, so it's not found, which doesn't make any sense. I'm wondering if Jumbo Show does actually work. Should. Oh yeah, it does work. So that's fine. I think I might have to, this is actually the wrong folder here. I might have to look at my config. So let me open up another terminal. As I said, everything messed up, so I'm not too sure how everything works here. I need to go to, okay, let me go check the tc http cd config d jumbo show.config. Yeah, it's there. And we have, yeah, everything is there. jumboshow.com. Yeah, it's there. And let me just check my hosts file. jumboshow.local. Yeah, it's there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna check the log file to see if there's a problem. /for.log error. Okay, so it says no matching index.html found. Okay, so that's why it's giving me this error. So I think I have to go to pub and then index index.html. Let me check the log file now. It says cannot serve, no matching. Huh, that's weird. Slash temp Jumbo show. Oh, it doesn't exist. I must have spelled it wrong. Let me see. Jumbo show. I spelled something wrong. I just need to fix it. Give me a second. Oh, it's a capital S. Jumbo show, then Magento. That's weird. It is there. It does exist. Oh, let me see the permissions. It's probably could be a permissions thing. Yeah, they are owned by Edwards, so that should be fine. Might have a problem, or it could have moved. It didn't move. It says this. Try in a few moments. Okay, sometimes this is a pain in the. Yeah, sometimes this is a pain. So let's. Sometimes you need to just remove the cache, and that could fix it. So let's go and check here. That is absolutely okay. So sometimes what you need to do is just go to the command line and just reset everything. So I'll show you how to do that. Let me just copy this just in case I forget it. I don't know where to paste this. I'll paste it here. Okay, so sometimes what you need to do is just the cache, set it to 0, and then clean all the cache. Yeah, so clear the cache, then set it again to that, and clean the cache again. Okay, hopefully now it's okay. Let's refresh. No, still same problem. So that's the /Magento. It's not found. I'm not sure why that's not being found. It should be 2.4/pub and then index.php. Yeah, sometimes this is sometimes it's just a weird sometimes it's just weird that it doesn't work, but let me create some sample data here, show you how to do the sample data, then we'll finish up here. So if you remember, we do have sample data here in the just outside here, so we'll create the sample data here, so we just need to unzip it and use it. So to do that, just simply just unzip it. Sample data dot, where am I? Oh, I think I'm in the wrong place. Need to get out of here. Yeah, there we go. So we unzipped it. You see, it puts it in another folder. So what we need to do is we need to create. We need to as you can see here. So what we need to do is we need to put this sample data into the Magento folder. So now we're in the Magento folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy Magento 2 sample data. So we're going to copy everything into here, into here. So after we do that, then what we do is just run an upgrade. Okay, well, it's updating the modules. Come on. Okay. Okay, it's done. Oh, not yet. Still running. So after that, we just need to deploy, and then we can do the clean the cache again, and then we'll be done. I'm wondering if I know I just realized something. I think the reason it doesn't work is because there's nothing, so there are no modules or anything. That could probably be why it's giving an error. Well, there's nothing in the tail/var/log. Because there's a whole bunch of modules, because there's absolutely nothing. So it's gonna, I'll let that continue. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And what it still says it's not finding any index.php files or anything, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, while that's running, I will see. Oh, I'm wondering if. Oh, www. I'm gonna laugh if that's a problem, but just w don't. It's not www. That makes a difference. Okay, let's go back to the command line. It's done. Okay, it's finished. It's missing search. Yeah, we don't have a search, so we can ignore that one. So that was the upgrade. So we're gonna now do the deploy. And then after that, we'll do a clean. So it's saying could not be found. Composer requires module theme. Package is not available in a stable enough environment. Okay, never had that problem before. Requires Magento bundle sample data could not be found. That is weird. Yeah, that was weird. If we go to, oops, we go back to all right, what time is it now? Okay, 45 minutes. It's taking way too long. So widget could not be found. Okay, wondering if now anything. HTTPS advanced. Still problem. It says it might have a temporary problem. It's a problem with the site. Let's go back to here. I'll change this to www. Oh, okay, just a second. I am not sure. So there's something specific to, I guess it doesn't like PHP 4. I am not sure why this is messed up. This should actually be working. Yeah, so we go here. I'm actually going to create a folder. I'm just going to create a file in the pub. Oh yeah, this readme.md. Let me see if that one will actually work. Readme.md. It's not found. Oh, it's called caps. Okay. Readme. I don't know why it's not finding this folder at all. Wondering if I spelled this wrong. Okay, it's Magento. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to create a folder here and call it, I don't know, test. And inside the test, I'm going to just create an empty file. Just rename it index.html. So if I go to test, the index.html. Okay, you know what? I just realized something. I just realized what the problem is. The problem is that the Magento, it's the HTTP access file. So do I have? So it's the HTTP access files. Here we go. So if I open this up in a text editor, and I'll show this to you. Here's the problem. So this needs to be modified. This needs to be modified. That's one of the biggest problems with Magento. If you're installing it in a folder, so that's a problem there. So I am going to disable temporarily the pretty URLs or the rewrites, whatever you call them. I'm going to disable them and see if that does anything. So go back here, paste. So let me see if that works now. If I just go here and type readme.md, still can't find it even though I have disabled the use URL. So let me clear the cache. Okay, try that again. Still can't find this file readme.md. Let me try another file. Can open that one. License.txt. Let me check what the log file says. It says cannot serve, no matching index dot, what time is it? 41. for some weird reason it doesn't want to go to this folder. I don't know why. Is there an index.html file in here? Okay, let me rename this to old. Okay, there we go. So it's that file that's being a pain in the butt. So if we go here, okay, there we go, pub. It's not giving me any error messages. Okay, here we go. So if I go to index.html, still a problem here. So I'm guessing it's, oh yeah, it must be the, okay, so the problem is with the, if we go to the pub folder here, the problem is with this HTTP access as well. So I'm going to go and just replace it for now, and now it should, this should work. No, it still doesn't work. Even though I set it to use URL rewrites, I set it to no, it still doesn't like it. Okay, let me see what's going on here. There's no error. Oh, maybe it's a PHP error. Let me check the log files for the PHP errors instead. Oh yeah, there's a, okay, so the problem is, okay, I found, I'll show you this. It's the problem is with the, you see the errors here. The problem is 2.4 in the config file. It says Magento front end pull get. So that's the problem. And you can see, I don't know if it shows the time here. It doesn't show the time, but that must be the problem. So the time is last error. Okay, so it's just a PHP error, but basically it's installed. I think it doesn't like PHP 8.4 despite what it says. It says it's refreshing classes and uncaught Zend or in the cache folder. Yeah. Oh, it's a cache problem. Here we go. I'll show these guys to you. So you can see it's saying there's a fatal uncaught Zend cache exception cache dir. So that's the problem. It's a cache. It's just a cache thing. Okay, so let me get out of here. All right, so the only difference between this and last time is obviously I have is that I have oops, wrong place. This one here. I'm gonna turn it back on. Yeah. So the problem isn't with the problem is looks like it's with Magento. It doesn't. It's cached somewhere, and this is not. Yeah, this is not going to work at all. Yeah, it's still the Zen cache. So there's a problem with the cache. I'm guessing they just needs an update, and that should be. Hopefully that will fix it. Okay, so I As usual, subscribe, like, follow, leave comments for more frequent content. And if you did enjoy this, consider supporting me. But just a second, I want to let you know that every day there's a live stream. Go to the watch menu, then a live sub menu, then you can see the upcoming live stream, including the channel and the approximate date and time. Subscribe, like, follow, leave comments for more frequent content. And if you did enjoy this, you should consider supporting me by purchasing one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com, enroll in my programming courses at ojamboshop.com, buying my programming books on Amazon, search for Edward Ojambo, links in the description, hire me for your programming app development needs at ojamboservices.com, becoming a donor at ojambo.com/donate. You see there's a donate button right here in the header. You see it's a fixed header, so it's just easy for your convenience. Okay, I'll end here and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.